Hi,
Hello,
I'm Rod Thompson,
and I'm Trish Thompson.
and we are
Two old farts.
that's what we are, two old farts, and we're proud to say that we're two old farts.
We're happy.
We're happy, and we've been happy a long time. You know, we got a good marriage. We should have a good marriage. How many failed ones do we have?
Between us, we don't want to count them.
That's right. But what was great was the way we met. I think that's quite a story, isn't it?
It is.
What happened?
So I was living in an apartment and decided that I wanted to move out and get a little house to rent. So Rod was selling.
Oh, I see. I remember. Go ahead. You're right.
Yeah, Rod was selling
Cable.
And he left a note on the door, even though I wasn't there yet.
Yeah, they tell us when we were doing this, they told us don't leave notes, don't leave any of your flyers on vacant houses. You're wasting your time. But I always thought that was crazy because somebody's going to move in, right? There's a nice little house. It was obviously well taken care of. So I left one of my flyers, even though I wasn't supposed to, and you found it.
I found it, and I hesitated because I was already getting cable, but I didn't know. Maybe I needed to update it. I don't know. So I called, and Rod answered the phone and talked to me.
And I didn't know exactly how to get there. These were in the days before GPS. Nobody was really using GPSs. It was 2003 or 2004. And so I said, how do I get there?
Well, I had a little problem with the directions.
She always has problems with directions, okay? I was real close. I was within a few miles of her house. And she tells me, what'd you tell me to do? Go, you know where the pottery barn is? Well, I'm behind the pottery barn. Remember telling me that?
Well, in the general direction, but not directly behind the pottery barn.
Because I drove to the pottery barn, looked behind the pottery barn, didn't see anything but railroad tracks, and there was nothing back there. So
see, I think I gave you an address.
Yeah, well.
And it was an apartment complex, kind of an old one.
So I called her back and said, I'm lost. And back and forth a few times. He
finally came up in his little red Miata.
Yeah,
and, you know, we came in the house or the apartment and
got her hooked up.
Got me hooked up to cable at the new house. Got it all pretty
I was the salesman. I wasn't the hooker-upper, but got her fixed up, got her ready to go.
That's right. So we met and...
So I left the house and I'm thinking, you know, I got her phone number and we're not supposed to use those for personal reasons ever. But I thought, what the hell? She was cute, and I knew that underneath all that, you were wearing very
yoga.
Unattractive jogging outfit or something.
Yeah,
it was just loose on you, and
yeah. I was doing yoga.
I thought, man, I bet she cleans up nice.
And I did.
So I called her, and she said, I think she was glad to hear me call. I mean. I think, I think she thought
absolutely
I was cute.
I thought he was cute.
And you thought I was young too, didn't you?
Yeah, I thought he was too young for me.
This before I had all this white hair.
And all my friends at work says, they just really were worried about me. They questioned me about this and that.
And it was young was bad enough, right, that he was too young. But what was the really bad part?
That you were Catholic. They were all...
You're going to date a Catholic? These are fundamentalist Christians questioning her on dating another Christian. A Catholic?
Yeah. They were worried for me because I had divorced and moved back to Nashville.
And Catholics have a reputation for being rowdy, okay? Let's just say it. Drinkers.
I wasn't raised Catholic, but I became Catholic. Yeah. And I've always been happy with it. So.
Yeah. It's more fun than...
Yeah, it can be a little... It is.
Yes.
It is more fun.
So we decide to meet up. Where did we decide to meet up?
I forgot the name of it.
At some kind of bookstore.
No, the first time was we had coffee at...
At the bookstore, honey, at Barnes & Noble.
That was the first one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And you wore that red top. Yowza.
I don't remember it.
Yeah, I do.
Well, I dressed up and looked a little better
She
than
looked
the after work
fetching, let's just say
experience.
fetching. And she had a little more weight on her at that point that was very attractive in certain places.
I'm thinner now, but
so I thought it would be, it would be easy for her to get out of it if we just met at a bookstore. That way she'd have easy in, easy out. If she didn't like me or I didn't like her, we could go our separate ways. But we kind of liked each other.
we did. And we roamed around the mall, and you got me some yogurt.
I didn't remember that.
I
See?
do.
And she told me, I'm looking for someone that will make me laugh.
Well, I really got that.
What? Yeah.
There's never a dull moment.
Yeah, I'm looking for humor every minute of the day. And even when we go to bed, I'm still looking for humor. So she got what she asked for. I'm not sure she wanted anybody as nutty as I am.
He was a little farther over the hurdle than I thought.
Yeah.
He's very funny.
And her parents are very, very conservative. So first time I met them, it was told the first joke and it landed like a lead balloon. Everybody's sitting there with their hands on their knees. So
Yeah.
I learned not to tell jokes over there. at
No
their house.
colorful jokes.
No.
They're serious, especially Daddy.
Oh gosh,
You know,
severe is the word I would say. Severe.
he worked in a bank all those years, so he had to be sophisticated.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. Now, blow your nose.
Excuse me.
We both have the sniffles. We both, you can see I'm kind of coughing and have a hoarse voice. But it's that time of year. Everybody gets bronchitis or something. But we did take the flu shot. And that's part of what we wanted to talk about today was us going to get our flu shot at Kroger.
It can never. No.
It was free at Kroger. First we went to get the flu shot at Kroger.
Oh,
and
I
it was
thought
free.
we went to CVS.
Yeah, we did that, but that was the shingles.
Shingles.
But we went to get the
Okay.
flu shot, and we're at the Kroger's, and I want to make people feel at ease. I like to kid around with people, especially people who are waiting on us, because, gosh darn, especially in Kroger, there's a bunch of sourpusses in there. It's just sourpusses. So we go, we fill out all the information, everything. There's 2 or 3 nurses there, and they had this little screen.
That you have to get behind in order to be things to be private
And get your shot.
and get your shot.
Your shot. So I went behind the screen, and this cute little girl went behind the screen, and Trish is outside just wondering what's going to happen.
Yeah, because you can't
So
take Rod somewhere where it's going to be normal.
So when we get behind the screen, and I could tell everybody the other workers were around close, and there was a couple of customers and everything. So we got behind the screen. I said, "What do you mean you want me to take my pants down? I don't feel comfortable doing that. I thought this was supposed to be a flu shot." And this girl just turned 10 shades of red.
Don't you know?
And the people, I could hear all the people outside of the screen were
They were
just
going, "Oh
laughing.
my gosh."
They were laughing.
Yeah, they were.
They were laughing.
They were laughing.
So I got my flu shot. Well, later that year, we went in to get a
Shingle
shot at CVS.
Yes.
So I thought that was a good bit, and I'll try that again.
Yeah.
So we get over to the CVS, and I try the same bit over again. This time it's a male. He's not so embarrassed at all, but he's laughing his butt off. So now you can imagine every time we go into CVS, they kind of know it's us, and people behind the counter start smiling,
Yes.
don't they? They do. They like their world being upturned a little bit.
A little fun. A little
fun.
laughter, I guess.
So she goes back to CVS to get her drugs. A bunch of old people back there getting drugs, and
Meds is the appropriate word.
Yeah, right. Yeah, okay. So this guy pokes his head out as I walk in the door by myself. Trish is already back at the meds place, and this guy pokes his head out. Can I answer a question for you?
Yeah.
Mr. Peppy. And so I said, yes, you may. Yes, you may. What is the capital of Montana? And I look at him just as serious as I can. And he looks at me and he starts to laugh and he says, Helena. I said, yes. Is it Helena?
Yeah.
Helena? I don't know. But I said, you're my man.
That's
You're my
amazing.
man. Because most of the people can't answer that question.
No, because
Nobody who
in the
knows.
4th or 5th grade you learn this, but
Nah. So
Doesn't stay with
I
you.
said, "You're my man." So he said, "Oh, okay." I said, "I got a question for you." And he says, "What?" I said, "Where do you keep your dick salve?" Well, well, he kind of gives me one of these, and he says, "What did you say?" And I said, "Dick salve. Salve, you rub it." And he goes, "I know what you said." And he starts laughing, okay? So he says, "What are you?" He's just laughing.
But I wouldn't advise doing this.
Well, it worked. So we go back. So I go back to where she is waiting in line, and all of them are waiting in line. And there's 4 or 5 old people behind her. And Trish is up there, and they're asking her questions, and she's not answering the questions very quickly. And I'm thinking, boy,
Wait,
you're not. They're asking you a question, and so I start answering the questions, and I look behind her, and I say, "Don't worry, this old lady's going to be a little while. I'll answer her questions so we get through this quicker." And the women behind her were laughing. They started laughing. And about that time, the druggist comes in, and he sees me, and he goes, "Oh, boy." So he knows they're in for trouble.
they need a good,
Laughing.
funny break,
So I told the guy, the druggist, I said, your guy here, he's not sure whether or not you guys got any dick salve. And every person back there started laughing. I took a risk. I know I took a risk because there's these prudes that would go, "Oh, your language is terrible." But everyone laughed. There's something about being old. You can get away with stuff like that you would never get away with. You wouldn't try when you were younger.
Right.
But and it's a little off color, but it's not enough to where people would be greatly offended. But I tell you what, they started laughing, and this one woman looked over and I said, "I don't go over well with my father-in-law. He's a bit strict." And I go, "He's a Baptist." And she goes, "So am I, but I still think that's funny." So we had a good time.
Oh, me.
I think what the whole purpose of us doing this particular one is to just, if you recognize how much more fun it is to have fun with people and not be afraid to kid around, you find that they're looking forward to seeing you.
And as long as you don't say the dick salve in church or work, then you're okay too.
Yeah, you have to be careful where you lay your eggs, because I have had people, tell me you're offensive, and I go, that's okay. That's part of being silly is sometimes you're going to offend people, and that's okay with me because it's worth it for the laughter that we get, and we do. Especially the two of us together. She plays off me extremely well.
Yeah, I'm a little more appropriate, but
Yeah, that's an understatement. Well, I hope you enjoyed this one. This was just much ado about nothing and more about enjoying your life. If you got to wait in line at the drugstore, have fun doing it.
Yeah, if I go to the drugstore, they say, "Is your husband with you today?"
That's right.
No, he's not here.
Yeah.
They want to know. They want a little bit of a warning.
Get ready.
But they are good friends.
All right. Well, that's all for today's Two Old Farts. We hope you have a good life, and see you later.
See you later.